Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time, multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need.
So today we're going to cut through the noise on a topic that everyone talks about, but very few people actually master
Huh.
work-life balance.
Yeah, and most of the advice you find is just fluff.
It is. But this LaborSync blog article we're digging into today, it takes a completely different angle.
It really does. It starts by, just shattering that myth of a perfect 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one where work is supposed to stay in this neat little box from 9 to 5, and then life happens perfectly outside of it.
Exactly. And the article argues that if you're waiting for that to just magically happen, you're going to be waiting forever. Balance isn't a destination. It's more of a constant recalibration.
So what's the real goal then?
It's not balance, it's boundaries.
Okay, boundaries, and
Right.
specifically systems that keep those boundaries from, falling apart. I think the big light bulb moment for me in the article was this idea of the momentum break.
That is such a crucial concept. The article makes a really strong case that the stress we feel isn't usually from the sheer volume of work.
It's from the fragmentation of it.
It's a fragmentation, yeah.
So, okay, unpack that for us. What does a momentum break look like in the real world?
All right, picture this. You're in the zone. Maybe you're bidding on a big project, you're planning out the week's schedule, and then suddenly your phone buzzes.
Hey, did I get paid for Tuesday?
Or, where's the job site again? It takes you 30 seconds to answer, but your momentum,
Yeah.
it's just gone.
And it's not just the time lost, is it? It's that mental cleanup you have to do just to get your brain back on track.
Precisely. There's a cognitive tax every single time you have to shift gears like that. And this is where it gets dangerous. If your systems don't capture that information cleanly during the day,
You end up paying that tax at night.
you do. That's the mental weight problem the article talks about.
Yeah.
You're sitting at dinner physically with your family, but your brain is running this background process, wondering if you logged a crew member's overtime correctly.
And the article points the finger directly at bad systems, not hustle culture, but just broken processes.
That's the root cause. When there isn't a single source of truth, like when you're relying on paper notes or group chats,
Yeah.
the owner becomes what it calls the human glue.
Human glue. I love that imagery, but I hate the reality of it.
Oh, yeah.
It means that without you constantly holding things together, the whole operation just falls apart. You basically become the company's backup hard drive.
Which is exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's totally unsustainable. The solution the article proposes is making the administrative side invisible.
So we're talking about automation, right?
Yeah.
Getting the data to capture itself.
Exactly. I mean, just compare the old way chasing down paper timesheets, trying to decipher handwriting, guessing at start times.
High friction work.
So much friction. Now compare that to, say, GPS-verified clock-ins that sync in real time. The data is just there.
And that creates mental freedom. When you trust the system, you can actually switch your brain off at 5 p.m. But let's pivot for a second, because this isn't just about the owner's sanity, right?
No, not at all. It impacts the entire crew. It's actually a massive retention issue.
How so?
If the owner's disorganized, the crew feels that. The scheduling chaos, the payroll errors, all that stuff follows them home too.
That is such a valid point. If an employee feels like their time isn't being respected because the systems are a mess, they're just going to burn out.
And eventually they quit. Fairness is really the foundation of morale. When schedules are consistent and time off is actually respected because a system is tracking it accurately, you get a crew that's rested and ready to work.
Okay, so let's get practical. The article suggests a strategy it calls the audit. How does that work?
It's super actionable. For 1 week, you write down every single work-related task you do after hours. Every text, every email, every mental check.
And you're looking for the repeat offenders, I'm guessing.
Yes. If you find yourself answering the same scheduling question every night at 8 p.m., that's not a work ethic problem. That is a system gap. You need to automate that answer.
And there's a leadership piece to this, too.
A huge one.
The article mentioned modeling behavior. This hit home. If you're the boss and you're sending emails at midnight, you're telling your whole team that they should be on the clock, too.
You have to set boundaries on your own availability, and then you have to actually stick to them. The objective isn't to work less, necessarily. It's to eliminate the friction that causes work to bleed into your personal life.
It brings us right back to that final thought from the article. That true success isn't really about the perks or the revenue numbers alone. It's about having systems that are strong enough that you can close your laptop at 5 p.m. and actually mean it.
That isn't just balance. That's freedom.
This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.